What is good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing some custom hydro dipping. Now I've done about two videos so far on hydro dipping, and both of them have seemed to do pretty well, and so I want to continue on the streak. Now if you don't know what hydro dipping is, it is essentially where you take a bucket of water, you spray a bunch of spray paint, and then you dip a shoe in it. That is like the simplest way. Now there's also an actual hydro dipping film that we're gonna be testing out today as well. Now last time I tried to do this, I lost this and then I ended up finding it, so we're gonna do that today. We got a couple of shoes we're gonna be doing this on today. Of course, we're gonna be going for a pair of Air Force Ones. This is like the standard for these hydro dipping videos is an Air Force One. Then we have these Nike Off-White Prestos. These have been customized before. As you can see, they're kind of a weird color. We're gonna try to see what we can do with these with this hydro dipping. The reason I wanna do this though is because I'm not 100% sure that these are real. I got them off of Grailed and they're like 200 bucks, so I'm kind of sketched out. So I don't want to sell them to any of you guys if I'm not 100% sure that they're real. And then we might be doing some custom stuff on the fake Dior Jordans. So this is one that video just hit 5 million views. If you didn't see that, go watch that. And let's go ahead. First, I need some coffee, and we also have to go down to my storage unit to get all of my spray paint. So let's go ahead and head there. If you guys are curious how I'm dealing and getting my Starbucks, because you guys know all I really drink is Starbucks during all this stuff. I don't really be going out to Starbucks and whatnot. I actually went ahead and I bought a bunch of Trentas with no ice of coffee, and this is how I'm keeping my stock. If you guys can see, look how much coffee this is. So this is my supply right now. Basically, I'm just pouring these into a cup, putting my own cream in it, and there we go. If I had ice in these when I ordered them, then it would get all watered down, but this is a life hack. Starbucks are still open here. There's like one that's open, so I've gone there and I'm waiting for them to ban me from ordering so much. If you guys are curious what my coffee order is, it's basically iced coffee with classic sweetener. That's it. I get it and I put a little bit of cream in it, and that's my simple order. Tastes like coffee ice cream if you guys have ever had that. There we go. We got an iced coffee. Don't have to make it at home. I'm a coffee fiend, so is my wife. So I also bought bunches of bags of coffee just in case. You guys know we gotta stay stocked up here. There's even more bags in there. But say hi to Maple. We're making these videos longer since it's quarantine. Ooh, this is Maple. Say what's up. That's how she meows, guys. I don't know if you heard that, but she just literally squeaks. That's it. So let's go to the storage unit now, finally, and put my supply back. All right, guys, so the storage unit is in the parking deck where I live. So we're on the 5th floor now. We're just gonna run in there now. We don't have to go anywhere, luckily, and head inside and grab our big bucket of spray paint. All right, we made it over. This is my storage unit. You probably can't see much into it because it's dark over there. Lighting's probably gonna get bad, but come over. We still have the Keymaster in here, which is crazy. We have to get rid of it, but look how much room that this thing takes up. Look at this. Anybody wants this, email me. It's way too much. Let's head back up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this film first and go for this because we've done all the other stuff. Now, I can't even remember what this stuff looks like. I ordered it so long ago. Now, in order to do this specific film to make it work, you have to buy this stuff right here, which is called Hydro Painting Activator, and then you have to spray it on the film itself while it's in the water, and then it works. So that's why I haven't tried this before, because I had to wait for all that stuff to come in, and Amazon doesn't sell it like that. I think there's some like crazy designs in here. Dang, this is gonna be wild. I'm gonna probably do some test items before I go ahead and mess up a pair of shoes. Basically, this is a very thin film, as you can see, that you place on the water, and then look how crazy that, it looks like a fruit by the foot, and that goes in the water, and then you activate it. Now, this actually could be cut in half, and we can use multiple pieces of it, so that could work. So some of these, I don't know if you guys can tell, this one right here is like a pink camo, like a nice little pink camo. This one is like blue smoke with skulls on it, which you would see on like a Harley Davidson. All right, so I'm basically just gonna load this bucket up completely with water. I think we're gonna do this inside. I think we're safe to do it inside, but the other spraying stuff will be out on the balcony because we don't want to get that smell in. Luckily, I have a face mask from when we did these videos before, and now you can't buy them with all this stuff going on. So I hope all you guys are being safe and staying inside and stuff like that. All right, we're right next to an open door right here, so it is nice and airflowy in here. We got the film ready to go. It's nice and cut out, so we have the tape around the edges. Now I'm gonna put the shiny side down, let that sit. I'm gonna spray it and let it sit for 60 seconds before we go farther. Getting some bubbles in here, but that's gonna be fine. It's not gonna touch that part of the shoe. Basically, we're just gonna dunk the bottom of the shoe in, shake it around. Probably not gonna be that big enough for it, but we'll just get a little bit of it. We're just testing it out. This is our first trial run. All right, so it is time to go ahead and dunk. We're just gonna take the shoe, push it down, let it form, shake it, pull it up. Looks like it went on the bottom pretty decent, but I don't know, it doesn't look that thick. This is what the bottom is looking like right now. It's still wet, obviously, but you got like the gears and everything in there. It's not too bad, actually. A little weird, but we're gonna see what we can do with it. All right, so this shoe came out kind of random, but it's all right. We just wanted to test it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and prep a bunch of stuff. I've actually been prepping already. All the Air Force Ones, the off-white Presto, so we can go down and continue and do this outside because it's just too hard doing it up here. Better lighting down there too. We got a couple different things going. We're going to gradient the Air Force Ones. We are going to hydro dip the off-white Prestos, and then we are also going to actual hydro dip a pair of Pumas. So we got a lot of hydro dipping going on. Let's go ahead and head down outside in fresh air. It's also like 80 degrees out here, and it's amazing, and I wish that this virus wasn't going around because we could be outside chilling. All right guys, so we made it down here. First things first is we're going to hydro dip the off-white Presto. That's going to be the main thing that we're doing. From there, we're gonna go ahead, move on to spraying the Air Force Ones. I got a really cool gradient design that we're gonna do. And then we've also got the Pumas we're gonna go for also. So first things first, let's go for the off-whites. Before we go any farther, I want to remind you guys about the off-white Nike Dunk giveaway going on. It's from the last video. Now, if you guys can see, it's the Michigan colorway. It's up on the screen. For this giveaway, all the rules are on the last video. You have to go ahead and comment on that, but you also have to subscribe to my channel, follow me and follow Starter General. I'll be leaving a link to that down below if you guys want to enter. Get a free pair of off-white Dunks. I want to remind you guys of that real quick. All right, so we just finished up with the gradient Air Forces over there. I think those are going to look out pretty good, actually. I did some splattering there at the end. Now we're going to take this off. Hydro dipping, the actual hydro dipping, is kind of an L. This is the worst, I think, that I'm at because it gets bubbles in the water and it's all preparation and whatnot. It's kind of tough. We're gonna take the tape off of this now after it's been sitting just so we can get that outline, see what it looks like. I don't think it's gonna look that great, but it's still a cool design nonetheless. That's not looking too bad. The taping stayed on pretty good. Shoes are already a very weird look with the blue dye that was on it. So here it is. It stuck decently well. It's very weird, and I think you can get this similar look from doing like the spray paint. That's why a lot of people do it. It's cheaper, it's easier, you don't need everything else. But we'll let this dry and then see what it actually looks like when it dries. It's only the front half as well, it's not the back. So maybe we'll go ahead and do the other half, but I'm not sure yet. As far as these go, we're gonna let them dry a little bit before we take them back up. I think this is going to be the better looking out of it. I ended up leaving off the toe just so, because last time I didn't really like how the toe looked. And then we tape the bottoms and the swooshes. So we take that off. Should be crispy white, as well as the tongue should be crispy white too, and then the laces. So we're gonna take everything back up and then show you guys how we're looking and then go from there. All right guys, before we show the rest of the shoes and them in completion, Nick and I are actually gonna do a competition right now. We both have these pair of Pumas right here. We're gonna be hydro dipping each of them and see who's comes out better. So he's never hydro dipped. I've done it a few times. All these competitions we've done, he's won, so he's probably gonna do better, but we're gonna go ahead, head down now. We're gonna do some more hydro dipping. If you can see, we left the swoosh here, the toe box open, and the inside swoosh, and his has the same, but the back has a little bit of an opening too. So we're gonna be heading down right now, finishing this up, and then we'll show you all the finished products of all the stuff. All right, Nick is up first. He's gonna go ahead and pick his colors right now, see what he's gonna go for. We got a nice selection. There's not too many sections for it to be painted on, but he's gonna go for a gray, just kind of like a volt color, and then a peach color. So we're gonna go ahead, have him come over here. He's gonna do the smaller bucket here. Basically how it works, you just spray thick into there until it forms a nice little pattern. You just kind of how to mess with it and see how it goes. First time hydro, but you're gonna go bottom or flip it the other way. All right, here we go. Just push it all the way through. Go. Pull it out. Yeah, a little bit of splotchiness, but hopefully it comes out looking pretty cool. I would just leave it like that though, because if you try to put it back in, it'll mess it up. Unless you let it dry a little bit, then you can try it again.
It might look all right.
All right, we're gonna put this to the side and I'm gonna go. Nick ended up doing mine, so I'm gonna be hydro dipping his. I'm basically gonna use this like bolt color and purple, that's it. All right, here we go. My turn. See how this dip goes. Got some pretty good coverage there. The back didn't really hit though, so I'm gonna let this dry a little bit and we'll probably go again, and Nick's probably gonna do the same thing. All right, Nick is going to go again. He needs to spray a little bit more gray, but his shoe is dry and ready. I'd say this time go like this back end first. All right, he's gonna go dip this back end. What you think? We'll see how it looks when you take the tape off.
It's probably gonna look decent when the tape comes off, but I'm not that happy with it.
All right, we'll let it dry and then come back to it. All right, see, as you can see right there, that's not covered. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get it in a nice cool spot. There we go. I think we got some good coverage there. Our water's getting a little murky. Yeah, that looks good. There's one spot back here. Actually, I think it's good. One little spot there. That's the hard part, is if you miss one spot, like a little bubble. Same on both sides. We both probably have it, so it's all right. Now we have to let these dry, and then we'll reveal to you guys, and you guys get to vote in a poll that'll be up on the screen who did better. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take some of this tape off right here, just so we can see how it looks. Now I tried to get underneath on the edges with the spray paint, so I think it came out pretty good. Pull this off here. Yep, that's looking good. Pull this swoosh off. Whenever I do the spray paint stuff, I feel like it comes out so much better than the hydro dip. I feel like I can control it more. Came up a little bit there. We needed to go a little bit more down, but it's all good. I did a little bit different on this one, where I didn't tape off the very top rim of it, because that seems to be the problem when I'm trying to tape it, is that being too hard to secure the line on. But I think this was a little bit better on holding that line. And that is a nice general look there. That looks pretty cool. I like how that looks. I'm gonna do it for the other pair as well, but then I have to lace it, go through all that, which is gonna take some time, which I'll probably time lapse. If you guys have other custom stuff that you have seen done with sneakers online and that you'd wanna see maybe try on here, maybe another challenge, me versus Cameraman Nick, let me know in the comments down below. This is the third it's the third hydro dip video that I've done. So I'm trying to do a little bit more in that space, involve, you know, a little bit different genre of stuff. All right, I'm gonna wait to do that because it's still a little bit wet, but we'll check back in once I undo that and lace these up. All right guys, so we are finished up now. I just laced up these Air Force Ones, and I feel like these are probably some of my best work. Do you think?
I think those look really good.
Compared to a lot of the other ones, the lines are really good. This one, the swoosh is a little bit wide, but this one right here is like perfect. You can see that nice gradient there. I got the nice splatter throughout. I think these came out really good, and I'm very happy with this. The lines are getting a lot better. So those pretty much done with. Probably end up wanting to see if any of you guys want these. Maybe I'll give them away or sell them to one of you guys. So we'll see about that. But now it's time to see what me and Nick have come up with. Actually, let's show the off-whites. This was an L. We didn't even, I cut out the footage. We tried to do another section of hydro dipping and it was terrible. The shoe was kind of wet. I think that was the main reason why, and it's still wet now an hour later. But the first one we did came out pretty good actually. I think that looks pretty crazy. If we would have done this properly, I think with it not a shoe, like if this was like, I don't know, like plastic picture, a water bottle. If we did like a Nalgene water bottle, this would probably look really sick. I don't know. I might try to figure a way if I can get this off. I feel like I could. But hydro dip on that end, not my favorite. We'll have to see where it goes. So we're gonna put this to the side, and it's time to see Nick and I's shoes. I think they came out pretty good. There's a few spots here and there, but we'll check in a second. All right, now it is time to take the tape off of these shoes right here. Everything is pretty much taped up. It feels like there's a little bit of water inside the tape, so I hope it's not, but I'll take mine off first and hope that my tape job did pretty well. All right, so The shoes are now unwrapped and we can go ahead and see what they look like. I liked how we did the taping. I think it's like a nice section to kind of like customize. I obviously went with the purple and green, the purple to match the laces. The laces are kind of wet right now, so they're not like the actual purple color, but I think that these look pretty good for, you know, what we did. It's not much going on there, but it's enough for me. And I like the purple mix there. He didn't really know that they're purple laces, but you kind of did, but kind of didn't. And you still went with your own route. So what do you think?
I feel like what happened with yours ended up like looking like a cool design. Mine ended up kind of getting like too mixed together. I don't know, this inside stripe doesn't look too bad, but it just looks kind of just mixy mush.
I think what happened was that was more the second round. When you did the second hydro dip on top of it, it probably mixed it too much. I think this is not too much like intrusive of a area to do on a shoe. All these like lines and stuff you can clean up, and we can add little spots to it if we want to, but what do you guys think? Leave it in the poll that's gonna be up here, letting us know who you think did better. What do you think, Nick? Do you think I'm finally gonna get a dub on you?
I think you did better this time. If it was up to me, I would take some nail polish remover, wipe it off, and try it all over again, to be honest.
I mean, we could probably do that. We'll see. We'll see if we can do that. But thank you guys so much for watching this hydro dip video. Let me know if you guys like it, something you could do else. This is the one that I'm proud of. This one right here, I think this is really cool. Nice little custom here. And if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like down below. We'll see you guys next time. This is Harrison and Nicholas signing out.